comes from love. It comes from a place of love. So no matter what happens, it's all about the love for your kids, the love for that relationship. And if you are a child, remember these images and these feelings, what your parents are going through. So if you have an Aquarius parent and you have an Aquarius cousin or uncle or aunt or anybody in your life that's Aquarius, know what they're going through right now. Try to understand this and appreciate their situation.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Don Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Hello. This is for the week of August 11th through the 17th. Now we're going to have a general overview of the astrology, and then we will go into specifics for each sign. We will also have specific tarot readings on each sign. As always, we do start out with the moon. So expect on the 15th, we're going to see the last quarter in Taurus at 23 degrees, 26 minutes. During the last quarter is when you celebrate the success, celebrate the project completion, and then we turn away and move forward. As we go back, we have to go all the way back and find the new moon in Taurus. When you set your intentions for this project, that occurred on May 19th of 2023 at 28 degrees of Taurus. The first quarter where you do all that work occurred on February 16th of 2024 at 27 degrees of Taurus. And then we looked at the full moon, which was May 7th of 2024 at 18 degrees of Taurus. And again, now we're at the last quarter ready to go on. Now, we're going to go over the void, of course. If you recall, last week I reminded you that the void, of course, would begin on August 10th at 11:54 p.m. at 13 degrees of Pisces. It continues all the way through the 11th and into August 12th at 3:33 a.m. when it ends and the moon goes into the sign of Aries. Again, on the 13th, we begin another void at 3:53 p.m. at 21 degrees of Aries. It ends on the 14th at 6:22 a.m. when it enters into Taurus. On August 15th at 10:11 p.m., we go into another void, of course, at 23 degrees of Taurus, and it ends on the 16th at 9:01 when it enters into Gemini. Aquarius, we're going to start out this week just like we ended last with two kites and a mystic rectangle. It's the same oppositions, the same direction we're heading, the same things that you need to still deal with. So if you haven't dealt with all the tension, now's the time to do it, okay? Saturn is conjunct with Neptune in Aries. Hi, Charlie. And both are still in retrograde, and they are opposite Mars. Mars is about action. And we're talking about Saturn, which is limitation, and Neptune, which is about illusion and confusion. So when you're making those compromises, be careful because you don't want to do it according to illusion. Let's see. We're all sighing that collective breath of relief because Mercury is now stationed direct. However, there is that 2-week post-shadow. So as we progress, and the fog begins to lift, clarity will begin to return. Minds will start to sharpen. You will let you reframe your foundation with a fresh perspective. Mars is in Libra, and that's activating your career and reputation, pushing you to assert yourself professionally. Intuitive insights may come through dreams or quiet moments. You might journal or meditate to capture that guidance. This week supports shedding the old fears and things that no longer serve you and embrace new personal freedoms. Mars-driven energy demands balance, so ensure you schedule some downtime and grounding practices. Engage in creative outlets or social connections for that emotional release. This week, you nurture connections with honesty and clarity and embrace the freedom with grace. Dawn, what does tarot show?
Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at tarot. Thank you, Ms. Bonnie, for that astrology reading. How does tarot line up? We'll find out real soon. Most important thing is that there is a lot of energy in these cards. So Aquarius, you got something going on, that's for sure. On the bottom of the deck, there's a Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. I'm liking energy. Knight of Cups is knowing that your environment's not fighting you this week. Your environment is one to help you make you happy. Now I love that when it's happening to make you happy, but be careful because sometimes happiness does not always lead to prosperity and joy and those things, because you can get happy that you can take a day or two off and not get paid. We don't want that, right? So again, let's understand that the happiness that is coming in our environment, we need to make sure that we are using it reasonably and logically. Now, your energy for the week is Strength card. Now, why is that? Why do you need strength this week? What is it about this week that's going to make you have a need for strength? We're going to find out because the next card out is Temperance. Now you need patience too. Holy crap, what are we building up to here? What is going on with you, Aquarius? Why do you need strength and patience? Could it be a mother-in-law? I didn't say that. Sorry. Could be a father-in-law. I didn't say that. Could be one of your grown kids going back at you. I didn't say that. All I'm saying is there's some kind of drama here. And it's interesting because the universe is trying to keep you happy, right? That's your environment saying, hey, we got to give you something because this is going to be something. Okay. The next card out is a Page of Cups. Yeah, this is more about kids and grandkids. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you expecting a child to come home that has been away for a while? Maybe somebody who is like, hey, can I move back in? This could be a situation. This could be a situation where the kid come back, hey, mom and dad, or mom and mom, or dad and dad, or whatever the situation. I could use some money. Yeah, we all could use some money. But anyway, don't be surprised if that's the situation. Hey, mom and dad, you're going to be a granddad or grandmom or both or whatever. We didn't expect it, but guess what? This is coming. So again, it's a possibility. Now I know why there's patience and strength here, because the news that you're going to get has a positive aspect to it. I'm really getting that feeling. So it's not totally negative, but I'm also getting the fact that it's not going to be, again, the most welcoming, completely welcoming news. There's going to be some situation there. And again, the young person's bringing it in. And so, yeah. This also could be, though, and I will give you this much. This could be a very happy occasion, and that's why the happy energy is here with the Knight. In the sense of this could be your kids going off to college and you having to deal with the feeling of it's time to let them go. It's time to let them go to college. It could also be the time that they graduated from college and now they're going off on a job. They may be getting a relocation, so they're headed out and you have to say goodbye to them as they go into their adult world. So this could be, again, a really good occasion in that sense, because you've created this fully formed human being, and now they're going out to make it in the world, and that's a good thing, but you're going to miss them. We know you're going to miss them. So this could be a situation where, again, you're sending your college grad off to a job. You're sending your high school grad off to college. You know it's in their best interest to do that, and they go. Or they could go to their tech school, whatever it is. Again, this is an energy of having a relationship where your kids are going to, it's going to pull your heartstrings a little bit. So be ready for that, Aquarius. Be ready to deal with it. Know that there's some good in this and some bad in this. And again, you're going to miss them if they're leaving. And if they're coming back, you're going to want them to go away soon again, because you're like, hey, I just got my house back and now you're coming back. So no matter what, be patient, work through it, because that Temperance card is there. And it all comes from what? It comes from this Two of Cups. It comes from love. It comes from a place of love. So no matter what happens, it's all about the love for your kids, the love for that relationship. And if you are a child, remember, these images and these feelings, what your parents are going through. So if you have an Aquarius parent and you have an Aquarius cousin or uncle or aunt or anybody in your life that's Aquarius, know what they're going through right now. Try to understand this and appreciate their situation. The water runs deep with Aquarius, and they really can get into their feelings quite a bit. So be patient with them, be gentle with them, but understand again, it all comes from love. It's all about love. There's no harm there. It's just that, it's not always an easy way one way or the other. And when you go or when they go, and then you can't help but miss them. So understand and appreciate that, and you will be fine. You will get through this. Aquarius, I send you love, light, and blessings. Again, this is a rough, kind of a confusing time because you want to be happy, but you are sad. But know that you've done your job. If you are the parent, you have done your job. You have raised your child well. If you are a child, know that you've helped your parent to come to this point, and you're going to usher them through this. And if both of you are Aquarius, go back to bed. It's going to be too emotional. Miss Bonnie, what in the world? How does this line up? I don't even know. Oh, no.
One of the biggest things I think that's a misnomer about Aquarius is that they don't have feelings, or they don't get into their feelings. And they really do. They just do it in a different way. So let's see, according to the astrology, yeah, it says right here, it's going to be a big emotional release. Isn't that all? That sums it up right there.
Yeah.
You're going to have an emotional release, engage in other things, social connections, nurture connections with honesty, embrace the freedom with grace. I think that all applies right there.
It's interesting. There are a few signs that people really misunderstand. I know Scorpio is one of them as well, because when you're deep, when you run deep and you suppress, doesn't mean you don't feel. It just means you don't wear it on your sleeve. And people take that as you don't feel. No, I don't. I do. Aquarius and Scorpions feel. We just aren't walking around with it on our sleeve, where other signs are very comfortable with that. And
like
I think
Cancer?
you're right, Miss Bonnie. Exactly. Also, I see that there's something else on your sleeve. Miss Bonnie, introduce us to your sleeve puppet there.
I have a hitchhiker. Her name is Charlie. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of the day, and she's had about enough.
Mm-hmm. She's like, me, mommy, me.
Yeah, it's her time, she says.
Exactly. She is that. She's a little bit of a snob because she's not even paying attention to the camera. She's like, whatever.
Whatever you do, it's about me.
Exactly. She said, here, film my best side.
Yeah, there you go. I'll give you a look once in a while.
Exactly. Well, Miss Bonnie holds her sweet love. You can show us sweet love as well by hitting that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. We make it easy. When you hit that subscribe button, you'll be taken over to where you can hit the button to subscribe and then choose the all button. When you choose the all, you get all notifications anytime we post or go live or whatever. When you do that on Miss Bonnie's side, which is your love goddess, please pop over to Sonoran Mystic Tarot and do the same. If you are on Sonoran Mystic Tarot, I invite you to do the same to Miss Bonnie's. And no matter what, please pop over to Cards and Constellations and do the same there. Additionally, remember, you may know an Aquarius, but you may also know a Scorpion and do not even understand that their sun and moon rising signs are Aquarius. So by sharing this out to everybody, you may wind up giving this information to people who need it more that you didn't even know needed it. And so you help us grow our channel and show us the love. With that said, with Miss Charlie over there and Miss Bonnie and her family, me and my family, to you and your family, love, light, and blessings. And we shall see you next week for more information. Aquarius, stay strong. You got this. Just another step on the road. He's on down. He's on